Bon dia. Hola.
Bon dia.
Yeah, hola does work. Well, we're here. This is, well, behind us here is the bridge. It's not the Golden Gate Bridge. It does look very similar to the Golden Gate Bridge, but it's actually the April the 25th bridge that was built, I think, in the sort of 60s or something. But the name was changed to April the 25th, which was to do with the sort of revolution when Portugal became what it is today, the country that it is today. And behind us here is the whole sort of vista of Lisbon behind us. Right, we can go right the way around here, and that's it behind us. Because what we come to see, if I just spin around very, very quickly, and up here, you might be able to see, is I've seen that bloke before. That statue is actual Cristo Rey. Obviously, it's you might recognise it. It looks very similar to the Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro, and there's a very good reason for that, because the person who decided that there should be a statue like this one here got the inspiration from that statue in Rio, and this was built, when was it? Was it
Beginning of the Second World. Well, they had the idea.
About the idea of the sort of Second World War, but obviously the Second World War got in the way, and then what they decided to do was actually to sort of dedicate it in a way to the fact that Portugal managed to escape from the Second World War, because they were neutral in the Second World War, so they didn't suffer the same way that so many other people did in the world. Well, actually, while I'm thinking of that, I will mention the fact that this city definitely suffered. In 1755, there was a huge earthquake here. The earthquake was so big, it was actually felt in Jamaica. And that shows you how bad it was. And a lot of the old city was destroyed. Bits of it survived, as is the way. There was a church we saw the other day, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, what was left of a church.
What was left of a church, but they'd sort of left it. But it decimated this whole place. But behind us here, I'll let you talk in a minute, honest.
Yeah, right.
Behind us here, we've been down this particular area, because before we've been staying in the main part of the city, which is behind us here, but we've been going down here. So what have we gone to see this morning?
Well, we went to see the Tour de Belém,
Yep.
which actually at one point, pre-earthquake, was in the middle of the Tagus, and it was the fortification, if you like, for
the mouth of the river.
Ships coming in from the Atlantic, and subsequent to the earthquake, it's now on the riverbank because the river changed course. It looks tiny, doesn't it? But I'm sure at the time, if you were exploring foreign lands either way, it was quite a landmark to go past. And of course, this area of Lisbon is well known for the explorers, and there's a fantastic monument near the Tour de Belém.
Monument to the discoverers or something like that,
yes, to
isn't
the
it?
discoverers, yeah. And all of the explorers are represented on it, and right at the front is Henry the Navigator.
Henry the Navigator, who I think was the first, and then Vasco da Gama is on there, who left here from this particular part, from Belém itself, and went to India in 1497, I do believe it was. And I think there's probably Ferdinand Magellan, who I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was the first person to sail from this sort of area and navigate or circumnavigate the globe. And obviously Christopher Columbus didn't sail from that very far from here in 92. So this has got a huge sort of history of exploration, discovery, if you want to put it that way. Discovery by the white man, let's put it that way. And it is a pretty amazing monument, isn't it? Sort of stuck there on the riverfront, and then we sort of caught the tram back up, then caught the little riverboat, the little ferry across, which is quite exciting. But we've come up to here, but because of the old virus, so many of the things are actually shut, literally from yesterday. There's
starting
notices,
to close down.
Yeah, there's notices that we've seen a couple of times today, which are actually saying, as of yesterday, these places are shut. Like normally, you can go up the top of this. I mean, you've got a great view from here, as you can see, but you can actually go right to the top of that, but that's shut. There's a little elevator that takes you up this huge hill. That's shut as well.
So
the tower.
we walked.
Yeah, we walked.
Can you believe it? Somebody said it's not far. It'll be fine. 3/4 of an hour later.
But it's one of those things. There's this
something,
bloody great statue, as you can see. It's enormous.
Which you can see
from
Lisbon.
From Lisbon everywhere, but you come around here and you can't see. You think, where is it? And then suddenly it appears, but then you start walking towards it, and it never seems to get any closer, does it?
Yeah. But I'm glad we made it.
But we made it, and so we just sat down and
Just for the view.
had a beer in the cafe, as you do in a Christian cafe. And then we come and looking at sites, and it's pretty spectacular. A lovely day once again. So I think that's about it, really.
That's about it. Yeah, we had a nice evening last night.
Yeah, we did.
Finally managed to find
yes.
some fado music.
We did, yes. Fancy
Heard of
fado. We paid
music,
for it, but I mean,
yeah, we paid for it. It's all about heartbreak and devastating emotions, but it was good, heart-rending stuff.
Interesting to see it being done sort of authentically by a younger woman singing, and then I don't know if it's a mother or something, an older lady gets up, but you got the guys doing, one's a guitar and one is another instrument. It's a bit like a bouzouki, sort of that's a mandolin type of thing, and the whole feel of the music is really quite foreign, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, foreign obviously, it's Portuguese, but
guttural and
it's very almost sort of Russian, wasn't it? And that's one thing we've noticed with we mentioned the language here and other things. Portugal is very different to the other sort of Mediterranean countries. I know, yes, the coast here is Atlantic, but it's still one of those sort of countries next to Spain, obviously close to Italy, but it's a completely different country in so many different ways that we've noticed. The language, some of the customs, the music is different as well. So yeah, very interesting country. I mean, I haven't been, 1984 was the last time I was in Portugal, which is obviously quite a long time ago, but it's really nice. I've liked it. It's a nice city, isn't it?
It's been good. We've had a good time,
but we timed it very, very well.
Tomorrow.
Yes, because things are closing. That hasn't stopped us in any way, because Lisbon isn't a city of tourist attractions as such. Not like some places where you might go to Paris and it's got loads, and Barcelona maybe. This city is a bit more walking around. We've done our fair share of walking, and I'm sure we've got a bit more to come. Yeah. So anyway, we should leave it there and
hopefully see you when we get home.
Yes, if we ever do. There might be loads of these videos. You never know. You might be in luck. See you later.
Bye.
Goodbye.